children, how are you? Hope you all are fine and also are studying through these online videos and the notes provided to you. So after summer vacation we will start our new chapter, that is chapter 2, is matter around us pure in chemistry. So I hope you understand that the caption of this chapter is matter around us pure is itself is a question. So if you are asked that if whatever things is present surround which is in your surrounding is pure or impure, then what will be your answer? Yes, obviously your answer will be no. Everything in our surrounding is not pure. Some are in pure form and some are in impure form. Okay, for example, if we take some mud from the garden or some soil from the garden, then what we will see in the soil? Is the soil is made up of same type of particles, atoms or molecules? No. Soil is made up of different types of particles. Some clay particles, some sand particles, some gravels, some humus, like that. So many things are present in the soil. So we cannot say soil as a pure substance because it is made up of different types of atoms and molecules in a random way, means in not a fixed proportion. But if we take the example of any other element like iron, gold, copper or water or sugar, we can see that each and every element or compound has same type of atoms or same types of molecules. Okay, their atoms, there is a uniformity in their combination. For example, if you take the example of sugar, you can see that each particle of sugar is having same shape, same size, same property like sweetness. So they are similar in many ways. Like that also, if we take the example of water, each and every drop of water has the formula of H2O, means made up of hydrogen and oxygen. Okay, and having in same proportion by mass, oxygen and hydrogen, they mix together in the 1:8 in ratio. So there is a uniformity in the combination. So on the basis of visibility, we can divide all the things present around us in two categories. On the basis of visibility, we can divide the things around us in two categories, that is pure and impure substance. So let us start with pure and impure substance. Chapter 2 is matter around us pure. Pure substance. So according to you, what should be the definition of pure substance? Yes, of course, I know that you are also telling that pure substance are those substances which are made up of only one kind of materials, which are having only one kind of materials, and they are materials like atoms having one kind of atoms or one kind of molecules, and they are also similar in their combination. For example, those substance made up of similar particles, atoms or molecules are called pure substance. For example, oxygen, water, sugar, nitrogen, etc. Means those substances which are made up of only one kind of particles, either atoms or molecules, they are called pure substance. Now let us start with impure substance, or impure substance is also known as mixtures. Okay. So impure substance. Impure substance. It is also called mixtures those substance made up of two or more different kind of particles. For example, LPG, salt solution, salt or sugar solution. Okay, two or more different types of substances like soil, etc. These are the impure substances. So always remember that a pure substance is always homogeneous, means uniform throughout the combination, and impure substance may be homogeneous, may be heterogeneous, may be uniform throughout the combination or maybe not uniform throughout the combination. Okay, pure substance also is having similar melting and boiling point. All the pure substances same melting and boiling point, but impure substance maybe varies in their melting and boiling point. So this will be more clear by seeing this chart. First of all, we will show the matter, a systematic chart of matter. We will see first of all. After that, it will be better understand by you that how we can divide the matter according to their physical appearance. Matter is divided into, first of all, two categories: pure substance and impure substance. Pure substance and impure substance. Then this pure substance is categorized into two categories again: element and compound. And this impure substance is again categorized into mixture. This is homogeneous mixture in which solutions are concluded, and heterogeneous mixture in which suspension, colloidal solution. Okay, then this element again is classified into three categories. The first one is metals, second one is non-metals, and third is metalloids. Okay, so first of all, we have already understand this pure substance and impure substance. Pure substance means those substances which are made up of only one kind of particles, they are called pure substance. And impure substance, or it is also known as mixtures. So impure substance are those which are made up of two or more than two types of particles. Pure substance is again divided into two categories: element and compound. And mixture is divided into again two categories: homogeneous and heterogeneous mixture. Okay, so first of all, element again then divided into three categories, that is metals, non-metals and metalloids. So first of all, we will study about elements. Here in pure substance, first category, elements, we will study about first of all. So elements actually, children, are those things, those substances which cannot be divided into more simpler substances by any physical or chemical means. That means by passing heat, electricity or light, by any chemical means. You cannot divide or split the elements, or by using any physical process like filtration, evaporation, boiling. You cannot divide the elements in any way. They cannot be divided or split up into more simpler substances. They are only and only made up of one types of particles that are called elements. For example, gold particles, you cannot divide into another two types of particles. If you divide the gold particles, again you can find the gold particles only. Okay, it cannot be divided into more and more simpler substances because it is itself is a simpler substance. So that is called element. So those substance which can't be divided into or split up into simpler substances are called elements. For example, yes, gold, silver, sodium, oxygen. These all are elements. That means this cannot be divided into simpler substances. Okay, so that is called elements. So elements may be solid or exist in solid form, liquid form or gaseous form. They can exist in all three forms, solid, liquid and gases. Again, elements can be divided into metals, non-metals and metalloids. So first of all, we will start with metals. Element, metals. First of all, we will start with this. Metals. Yes, so these metals. What do you mean by metals? It is an element which are malleable, ductile and also can conduct electricity. So metals are those things, those substances which are malleable, which are ductile. Malleable means they can be hammered into thin and thinner sheet. Ductile means they can be hammered into thinnest wire. Okay, and also can conduct electricity. Or you can also define the element as like metals like that. It has the tendency to make always the positive ions. Means during any chemical reaction, whenever they are in any chemical reaction, whenever they chemically react with another element, they always have the tendency to lose their electrons, to give their electrons. Okay, so that is also called metals. Metals are always malleable, ductile, they are good conductors and also the having tendency to make the positive ions. Besides this, they also are having some other physical properties. So this is enough for today, children. We will continue our study in the next video. Okay, and the chapter will be continued in the next video. So all you study at your home, and I have sent some of the notes along with this video. You study that and write in your chemistry fair copy. Thank you. Have a nice day.